Hi, I'm Keegan. Today in the shop we've got part 6 of our Honda CB175 project. And today I'm going to be replacing the fork seals and rebuilding the forks a little bit on this thing. You can see the little puddle that it leaves conveniently anywhere it's parked. So these seals definitely have to go. I have to say I'm pretty happy with this lift. I just bought it from Harbor Freight this summer and so far it's been really good. I can say that I completely understand why some people convert them over to an air-over hydraulic lifting system because it is a lot of pumping if you're going up and down quite a bit. So the first step should be to remove the front wheel and everything attached to it. We're going to kind of blow through this process pretty fast. Removing the wheel isn't technically difficult, it's just getting everything out of your way and dropping it down. The little washer fell off that brake arm there, so we're just trying to remember where it goes. So getting the forks disassembled, you want to remove this pinch bolt here, just under the headlight. I found that if you loosen this bolt, this top bolt here holding the fork in, about 3 or 4 threads, and then give it some light wraps, it helps force the fork down out of the bore of the top of the triple clamp, and it made short work of that job because it's been kind of sandwiched up in there for quite a long time and didn't want to come out any other way. But this way seemed to work pretty good, and as long as you're not getting out the sledgehammer, you shouldn't run into damaging the threads at all or anything of that nature. Now with just a little gentle persuasion, the fork should, in theory, drop right out. Draining the remaining fluid, what hasn't leaked all over the floor. And I've got an old shop rag here in the bench vise, and we'll start disassembling the fork. Okay, this dust shield just takes a little bit of counterclockwise motion to loosen it up, and then you should be able to kind of wiggle it off. Pair of snap ring pliers. Very handy tool to have. I found the easiest way to get the piston out of the bore was to turn it sideways here and just cycle that piston a few times and let the spring help you push the whole assembly out the top of the tube. And there it pops. Now you should be able to just lift the whole thing out, and don't forget to catch the spring. There you have it. One disassembled fork assembly. Well, after copious amounts of cleaning, everything is ready to go back together. So here's the prescribed amount of fork oil going back in. Doesn't seem like very much, but this is a very small bike. Want to make sure it gets all in there. I'm using a little paint cup. You can get it at any auto body supply store. It's graduated, so you can measure fluids very easily and pretty accurately. There we've got the spring and the piston, I guess you would call it, or shaft, going back on. And I like to soak the fork seals in a little fork oil. Gets into all the nooks and crannies. Make sure you install the fork seal the correct way, with the top pointing up and the bottom pointing down. A little bit of lube never hurt anybody. Those dark spots on there were from the pinch bolts, where the pinch bolts held the forks in place. And they got a little rusty. I went over them with some Scotch-Brite pads to try and clean them up a little bit, but I didn't want to get too aggressive. So there's the new fork seal, and I've actually reinstalled the old fork seal on top of that, and I use it with a screwdriver to drive the new seal in. So don't send me any comments saying that I'm ruining my new seal with a screwdriver here, because this is actually the old seal driving the new seal in, and then you remove the old seal off of the shaft and pop your snap ring back in. So kind of a cheap way to do it. So save your old seals, because they can be repurposed as seal drivers. And here's that dust shield going back on. You can see the groove and the indents, and it just slides on with the help of a little rubber mallet there and a quick clockwise turn to lock it in place. Now all we have left is the reverse of what we've already done. Get those forks reinstalled and get it all buttoned back up. Thank you very much for checking out this sixth part in this Honda CB175 project that we've got going on. I want to say thank you to all of those who have subscribed to my channel. I have to be honest, I am blown away that we've got now I think over 60 people subscribed to this channel. I didn't think that there were more than 10 or 20 people who would be that interested in this sort of thing. So thank you very much for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so, as I'll continue to update this project, and then I've got some other things going on as well that I think maybe you'll be interested in. So once again, thank you very much,